Alright, Strider back here. We're just about to start another game of casting, and I am joined by my good friend here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Alright, sounds good. YompsDoops! Alright, so our first matchup on the blue team here, we have a Fizz Katarina combo, which I can honestly say I've never seen before. I've seen double AP many times, I've never seen double melee AP though. We also have the brand new champion, which I am very, very excited. Darius. He's almost like Dyrus, but not quite. And then we have a Leona, which is going to, Leona, so it's going to provide massive amounts of CC. Same with the Rammus. It's very, very long extended CC, so Katarina can get up a full ult. And then Fizz has his giant fishy, I suppose. I guess it's a fake shark whale. On the other team, we have a Graves, which is still one of the best caster ADs, I suppose you could say, in the game. We have a Swain, which is a lot of sustained damage, especially with the new Athene's Holy Grail item. I'm really excited to see what he can bring to the table. Nautilus and Alistar, again, both massive amounts of AoE CC with Nautilus's ult and Alistar's Pulverize. And then we also have Darius on the other team. So this is going to be a really great matchup. I'm excited to see how the mirror match of Darius runs out on each other. And it doesn't look like we're actually going to go for any invades here.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, the bad thing about Nautilus doing an early invasion or invading with Nautilus, I mean, he does have a nice auto attack snare, which is great, but it almost requires him to use his anchor first, or get level up his anchor first, which is really bad for his jungle because he's a very slow jungler to begin with. So without using his with using Dredgeline instead of Titan's Wrath, it's pretty abysmal as far as jungle clearing speed goes. Yeah. Definitely, and that's what's interesting because Fizz can dodge a few skill shots as well with his Playful Trickster, so he might be able to get away from that Alistar and Graves burst. At least I'm pretty sure he'll be able to, unless he gets caught in a Headbutt Pulverize combo. But I think once Fizz gets a few levels, he might be able to sustain a little bit better. But it'll be difficult without a healing support. It'll be very, very difficult. So. Oh wow, double kill. Yeah. I mean, luckily it looks like the CS has pretty much evened itself out in teams. Looks like Katarina might actually get picked off here from the dredge line. Oh no, Flash to get away. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, the good thing about Katarina is that she does have that amplifier on her bouncing blade that she can reduce incoming heals if she decides to. So that may be a deciding factor in who gets that level 6 kill. Since Swain doesn't have any silences or disables besides his snare, and I don't believe snares take Katarina out of her ultimate, but you may be able to clarify that. Yeah. So close. Oh, he missed the headbutt pulverized combo. I think that might have been a kill if he would have got that. Definitely. We can check out the gold right now. Looks like the leader is going to be Graves. Oh, no, actually, looks like Darius on the blue team is ahead in gold. I am assuming it's probably from the first blood. He has been hanging out top a lot lately. He did finally go back. Oh, Katarina actually did pick up that kill in mid. So I think it was the fact that she hit 6 right before Swain did. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump that back 15 seconds. Oh, yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, so that was a great move. She was just able to get that last part of her ultimate down. Definitely. It's going to be rough. It's going to be interesting late game to see how well she's going to do, because I'm not sure who's going to get her out of her Death Lotus. I don't know if they're going to designate Alistair to do that with a headbutt or a pulverize, or if they're going to use the Nautilus ult. I'm not sure how much coordination they're going to have as well, as far as being a normal game. And of course Darius does have a pull to get her out of that as well. So. Got juked on that one. Rammus is going to run into those minions, so it's going to stop his Powerball. Great, and we actually missed a kill bottom. Oh, and then Leona just went down. So I'm going to go ahead and rewind that 15 seconds, just see if we can catch that kill bottom on the Fizz. So yeah, it looks like Graves did have to use his collateral damage to burst him down. And then he was able to use his buckshot to get that last final blow on Leona. Alistair was tanking the tower for a little bit, so that's why he ended up dying. And I missed kill in mid, so let me go ahead and go back a little bit. So it looks like Nautilus came from behind, snared her, and then we got the never move from Swain, and then the ult. Oh yeah, that was just, oh, that was a great dredge line. She Shumpo to the ward. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that, that's for sure. That was those perfectly staggered snares and stuns and ultimates. That was just... Katarina did a great job throwing that ward down and shipping to it as soon as she could. So I definitely give her credit on that. So it looks like everyone's just going to try to keep up the farm. It is tied with 5 kills, but blue team is up about 400, 500 gold right now. So I think our next big fight may be a dragon. I'm not sure when we'll do that. Looks like Rammus is going to go back. Yeah, he's going to pick up that heart of gold, so that's going to give him a little bit more tankiness. Looks like we have some action up top. Yes, it does look like Darius is going to go down. That was a great gank. Again, Nautilus just barely getting that dredge line up. Yeah, the good thing about the bottom two melees is that they do have gap closers. They're really good at gap closing. And they have a lot of CC, so the... Oh, the... Not sure if you quite saw that, but when Rammus was trying to hit him with the Powerball at the tower, hitting Alistair actually flashed through the Powerball. It was fantastic. Wow, I can't believe they actually got that on Alistair. Alistair thought he was safe by going up, but they just decided to go in with minimal to no health. Yeah, it's very, very deceptive because you're harassing her in lane, just doing fine. You're doing 100 damage in auto attack, 150 damage in auto attack, and then all of a sudden you're only doing 60 damage in auto attack. So it definitely is a mind game on a lot of levels because you start doing a lot of damage and you think you're going to win a fight, and then she pops that shield, and all of a sudden you can't do anything. And then she throws out her ultimate, and you're stunned, and then you're just fish food for Fizz. I know, right? Yeah, the thing I like about Rammus is obviously, besides his high mobility, is the fact that he can just start his gank at about Dragon or Baron. So even if you have that ward, because that ward is in the top bush, so it's very, very unsafe. He's still unsafe, even though he has the ward, even though it just expired. But even that he has the ward, it's still very unsafe just because Rammus is so fast. Yeah. And Nautilus did actually just take his red buff, so that'll be interesting because Nautilus is behind and now Swain is also behind, but they do have that warded. So great ward control. I mean, they both have pink wards. I'm not sure. I know that Purple's team pink ward can't see Blue's pink ward, but I think Blue's pink ward might be able to see Purple's. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Oh, okay, so the Rammus came in to save her, but she did get headbutted back. Went incredibly low. She went down to almost 50 health there. Yeah, me too. Blue team was able to stop that dragon though, and that's I think what the main goal of that was. So Katarina sticking her head out there was incredibly dangerous. She did get caught by that dredge line and the auto attack for the snare, but she was able to Shupo to the Rammus, so she didn't get pulverized, but I thought it was a really, really great move by her. But yeah, delaying that dragon fight was great, and I think we might actually start to see one now. Yeah, so Alistair just placed down a pink ward, and that's really good. I really like the control on dragon, just so that they know they don't have any vision. That was interesting. I'm surprised they that Rammus just got focused completely, especially with his shield, with his defensive ball curl. I was very surprised that they would even go for him and not after the Leona. Darius on the blue team did get caught up top, and it looks like two Dariuses. One is better than the other, it seems. Because in a one-on-one fight, that Purple Sea Darius seems to be doing really, really good. Now, oh, that was a great... Yeah, I think it was from his last crow or his bird laser. Everybody loves the bird laser. Oh yeah, it's Swain with blue buff is pretty much as terrifying as the Anivia with the blue buff or Karthus with the blue buff. It's just so much consistent damage and they don't run out of mana. I also agree with that statement. I think Anivia is completely underrated, even though she's still relatively highly rated. I think she is underrated still. Nautilus is going for the cat. He does have red buff, so he's able to slow her down a bit, but it doesn't look like she's going to go down or anywhere close. Surprised Katarina actually went to go chase for that. Because I knew she was going to chase, but Fizz was behind her and then he backed off, so I think she thought she had reinforcements. Seems like she got team baited a little bit there.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, it's definitely going to lose a lot of map control. So the purple team is going to be able to ward up their jungle around their blue buff a lot more frequently now and a lot more safely. And they also have a lot more dragon presence because they can camp in that area of their jungle and pretty much not have any consequences, which I think is going to be very scary. You know, since Baron does spawn in 15 minutes, we'll probably see a Baron fight here in about 5 or 6 minutes. So they might try to pick off bottom tower, the first bottom tower, the first mid tower, and then I foresee a Baron fight coming at about 25, 26 minutes. And I also really like how a lot of teams, they don't ward Dragon after they know it's down, because Dragon's down for an extended period of time, so warding it after it goes down isn't necessarily pointless, but at this point in the game, laning phase is pretty much over, so you really only need a ward near Dragon when it's about to come up. A lot of people don't realize that. They just, say we need a ward at Dragon at all times, and a lot of times it's really just not necessary, because if there's no reason for people to be there, then you don't really need a ward to look out for those people. This is almost a really good juke. I like how she Shumpo'd to the Nautilus to get behind him, and then tried to Shumpo to the creep, but then she was just in tower range. Looks like Darius mid is actually going to go down from the tower dive on the other Darius. Yeah, so that was just too much action. I'm going to go ahead and go back 15 seconds to rewatch that bottom once the Alistar came in. So he was able to finally pick up the Pulverize, and they were able to get the Dredge line on the Fizz. Yeah, that was awesome. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't kill each other though, because I think that would have been a really good story. Looks like Cat might get cut out of position here again, actually. Yeah, she's gonna get CC'd here and get Dredge line possibly. Definitely. And we did actually just confirm that the Never Move does not take her out of role, because she was in that cage, but she was still throwing out Death Lotuses like no other. Yeah, I just saw that. That was a great play. I like how Fizz popped his Ghost just to catch up, so he didn't actually use his Playful Trickster to close the gap. He used Ghost, so he could use Playful Trickster for the extra damage. I think that was a really great move on his part, especially since it's the AD carry. What they really want to do is they want to get this Nautilus. This Nautilus has 5 kills now, so if you kill him, you're going to shut down his killing spree, get a lot of bonus gold. So if we can get Fizz or Katarina or even Darius to get that, that would be a great pickup on their part. They might bring them back in this game a little bit more. Interesting. I have not seen a Leviathan armor in a very long time. Although he's basically the size of Leviathan, so I guess it actually fits him, unlike other people. Maybe that's why he bought it.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh wow. Yeah. they're pretty much winning all these fights 4 on 4. Oh, and there goes the surrender vote. Yeah, they were winning the fights 4 on 5 because Darius was at top pretty much the entire game, just farming and farming and farming and farming. So that was a good game. I mean, it started out heavily in the blue team, and then purple team just picked up a couple of kills, was able to take a couple dragons, and they just brought it back in the end.